Welcome back, Insomnia. Welcome back to your bonus content here. You didn't expect it, you didn't need it, you probably don't want it, but you're getting it here over on the little couch. Obviously, I'm Turbo Tabs. I'm joined with a set of boomers. I feel like I'm in good company, gentlemen. But who are you? Just who are you? Just let me in. Let me know. Tell me.
You should know who I am.
Yeah, but I want you to tell me who you are.
All right. I don't know. Bevan.
What have you done with your TF2 all days? What's going on with you?
I played Prem.
You played Prem.
Ages ago. I used to play top Prem. I'm famous for the 6K on Snake. No.
All right. CJ, who are you?
Yes. I'm CJ. Yeah.
All right. Where's your 6K? Where is it? Where's your frag?
I'll get back to you on that. It's harder to do a 6K on mid when you're as a medic, but one of these days, I reckon it'll happen for me.
Squirrel, who are you?
I'm Squirrel _BVC. Doing it for the middies. Yeah, one mid playoffs result in about 27 seasons. So yeah, I'm carried by Toast and Bevan.
All right.
Phil.
Well, gentlemen, welcome to the couch. Welcome to the settee. This is probably a fine point where we can start reminiscing. But before we start reminiscing way into the past, let's reminisce about 30 minutes ago or about an hour ago. How did your games go? What went wrong? What do you want to talk about in regards to your tournament run?
I mean, I think throughout the weekend we've had some really close games. We've had some good games, and then you get to the point where you have multiple Prem winning team from recent seasons against what is a mixed team, and that's what happened against TF2 Easy. So I think that was the step too far for us in that case, but we gave it a good go.
How was the game for you then, Bevan? To bring you back to old times, or are these TF2 players like a new caliber?
Yeah, I mean, it's people are definitely much better these days than back when I played Prem. But when it comes to the last game we played, I felt like I was popping off. I was winning my one-v-ones.
Fair play. Now, boys, obviously you've all been playing for a long time. You've even alluded to this with the Boomer name and all this, a fair share of Blan, all this. Do you still feel sharp as ever, or do you actually feel the skill falling out of your fingertips as the years pass at all?
I mean, I think I speak for all of us where, everything aches. We're tired all the time.
Yes.
It takes about 4 coffees to wake up for the first match. It's rough. Looking at some of the teams we played with some of these new people coming up through the scene who are hitting some mad stuff. It's been nice.
I think considering there's a lot of us who've played for a long time, and some of those players like Phil and Toast hadn't played for the past couple of seasons.
Yeah.
We came in, threw together a bunch of players, said let's have a go at LAN, and to finish top of Open and go that close against Swift yesterday, I think we proved the old guys can still do it. The Boomers put up a good showing for the likes of Beav and the OGs, So yeah, experience is there. It's key.
How about you, Bevan? Do you feel still sharp as ever? Do you feel you can do a 6K tomorrow, or are those days gone?
You never know. But I mean, the dementia is hitting.
The dementia's hitting.
So I don't know. Sometimes I just look at the screen and I think I've done the 6K, but I'm just being AFK in spawn.
It's okay. It's all right. Okay. Well, boys, obviously you've got your little soapbox here. There's nothing more than old men than to have their little soapbox and bar humbug about the days and all this stuff like that. You're old guys living in a modern world. Is there anything strange and new about LAN, or anything old that you may miss, or anything like that? What would you like to think you know what? I miss this, or I hate this. What is your soapbox thing about LAN?
I'm going to be honest, and I can't speak for everyone, but it's been 3 years since the last iSeries, and a lot of us have been to a lot of iSeries, and it's kind of when we walked through those doors and saw all the PCs and the lights were off, and we just saw everyone's faces, it felt like it was yesterday since the last LAN. It feels like it's new faces, new teams, but it all just feels just like another LAN. It's just more of the same, which is great. So I don't think there's anything majorly different. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd say it's really weird how it's taken me back, 3-4 years. It feels like nothing's changed. Like, obviously there's new players, new teams, but it's the same old, like, NA versus EU. Everyone's getting hyped for tomorrow. It feels really similar, and I've just loved it. It would have been lovely to see the Australians, but, it's some...
How about you, Bevan?
I am pleasantly surprised with how big the tables are. I remember I-43 and I-46. We had to cramp up and have like our mouse pad straight in front of us and the keyboard on our laps because it was so fucking cramped.
Yeah.
But no, like CJ said, to be honest, I think my last LAN was 8 years ago, and it feels like yesterday.
Would you do it all again? Would you, if you turn back the hands of time, would you maybe not go to those lands anymore? Maybe pick up like, I don't know, knitting instead or anything? Or is it no regrets, no nothing?
No regrets.
No regrets.
Look, at the end of the day, you can put it in one box and say, you're going to a place and you're playing video games for a weekend, but what you don't see on stream and what you don't see kind of in the logs is the friendships made, right? The friends you make. We threw this team together really last minute. First time I've met Bevan face to face, and it's been a pleasure. And it's been great just like seeing old friends, making new friends, and having a great time. That's the best part about LAN. And the bar.
And the bar.
No regrets. Like every season I think, this is the last one, like I've got too much on, LAN's ages away. But then I always keep coming back, and I'll always I'm too tired to play tonight, but I'll always find a team, and it's just amazing coming to see people again and reconnecting with people. And I've never met Bevan before. I just know him as someone. When I came into the game, he was a legend. He was in Prem. He's one of the reasons I started playing. Is I watched that video, I saw that 6K, I was like, I want some of that. I've got to play on a team with him, and it's amazing. So no regrets.
Oh, how about you, Bevan?
Maybe knitting?
Maybe knitting. I mean, it is a pretty high-octane action pack, but you can't 6K many people with knitting.
Nah, I don't regret anything. It's the other way around. I wish I went to more lands.
That's I always wish that. I wish there's so many lands. I mean, there's not many I've missed, but there's even it's a few dodged me. But speaking of which, do you actually have like a particular favorite LAN or thing that's passed in time where you're like, man, those were the days? Anyone got any like a favorite LAN, nothing like that? Or is it just too hard to pick?
I think the LAN that's going to stand out for me, I think, was I-58, when there was just the games. I think that LAN were crazy good. You had Full Tilt, you had Crowns, you had Frotech. You just had no idea, and the atmosphere of the crowd is always amazing. I just remember that when a final goes to a best of 5 and it goes all 5 maps, it's good. And I think if we can make sure you can't make sure you're going to get games like that, but you can. If we have games like that again, then it's going to finish on a high note.
How about you, Bevan? Any particular highlight LAN moments, or what LAN moments? More like LANs.
I-46. It was the first LAN where the Americans came to Europe, and it was like the ball that got, or that the thing that got everything spinning, with the I-49 having like the Aussies and the Americans coming, and then it's just getting bigger and bigger. I enjoyed it.
It's okay, you can fucking swear on this.
I can fucking swear, alright, great. I fucking love the I-46. But otherwise, I think this is my favorite clan.
Oh.
It's been great meeting CJ and...
just CJ, just great meeting
CJ.
CJ.
CJ and Squirrel, sorry, I'm
no,
just
mate,
tired of
it's like, I've had fun, I've met Squirrel, what about you?
Yeah, so obviously those two LANs both amazing. I could have picked either one, but for me, I think Copenhagen Games 1 really stood out for me. Like the games weren't necessarily the best. Like some of the teams weren't always the try hardest, but we had everyone in the same place. And just 2 rows, the whole TF2 community, and it just felt amazing just to have everyone together. Yeah, that'll be it for me.
Yeah, I like to throw out this question a lot because, believe it or not, people ask me about this sort of stuff. Usually they mark it as like, oh, why does it stand in the grand taste of time? And I'm going to reveal my favourite LAN. I think it had to be that Sweet LAN. I believe it or not, that really crappy, in the back room, teeny tiny, hillbilly Sweet LAN, and when we all stuffed into one hotel kitchen and all this stuff. There are so many stories, so many ridiculous things about that. And it was ghetto. It was like the hotels were awful. The event was awful. The computers were awful. The fucking teams were awful, apart from ProYoTech. But I don't know. It was just a perfect combination of just like, it was like a B movie in LAN form, and it went round perfectly, atmosphere and all. But I'll admit, being told you swole 7 million times in one LAN does kind of throw it up there, so I'll let you know. Anyway, boys, so we've got obviously the past behind us, but turning to the future, are we still thinking high, we're going to keep playing those ETF2L seasons? Do you see any point of stopping in your kind of near future?
I mean, for me, like, it comes down to who I play with. I've still got a lot of friends who play 6s, so as long as I've got friends to play with and we're having a good time together, I'll keep playing the seasons. If I've got the time to do it and I've got people I enjoy playing with, then why not? Last season, actually, ETF12, me and Bevan played in the same div and played against each other, and it's just, you have all these people, it's just great and fun to play with. And yeah, for me, like, I just take it season by season. As long as I'm having a good time, it's going to keep going.
How about you, Bevan? You were practically an ETF2L veteran by now. I bet you've got more ETF2L medals than anybody in that entire catalogue. Are you still going to keep collecting those medals, or is there anything on the horizon where you're thinking,
I don't know. I mean, you never really quit TF2. So, I mean, you go away for a couple of years, and as CJ said, as long that you have friends that keep playing, then of course I'm going to keep playing. Fuck yeah, I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
It's fine, I'm giving you have a lot more history and stuff to weave through, weave past, all this stuff. It's all coming at you.
Before we move forward, I just want to shout out to Squirrel. He fucking beasted this LAN.
He beasted this
LAN.
It's going to be his favorite LAN now.
He came, he showed up, and he spanked them on the bottom, and he fucking beasted.
Oh, Squill, are we going to be spanking bottoms into the next ETF2L seasons?
Yeah, probably. I have to now, like Bevan's told me, so. It's been really rough, like doing baking shifts and like getting up super early and doing scrims, but we'll try. There needs to be a Dead Doggo team next season, so.
Oh yeah, also shout out to CJ, Toast, fuck you know, Phil. Wait, who else is on our team?
You know, that's just about everyone.
Phil?
Let's shout out to yourself. You said Phil?
Yeah, I said Phil.
Yeah, that's everyone. Yeah.
I'm on your team.
Yeah.
I was in there.
I
didn't do much.
Turbo, you gotta have a shout out too.
If Bevan's shouting out teammates, then we have to shout out Bevan for being the hype man of the team.
Yeah, that's
if you hadn't seen Bevan, there is a good chance you heard Bevan during our games.
I thought there was just like some sort of hurricane coming, like an alarm, like, yeah. No, that's just him.
There needs to be credit for Bevan somehow being more chaotic than Juno on the team. We thought Juno was going to be the one but no, Bevan comes in as a whirlwind.
Yeah.
And it's been great fun playing with the boys.
You know, me and you were actually talking about this a little bit. Like, everyone new on the LAN is quite quiet, very like, not passionate anymore. Do you remember those old times? You remember Marco turning up to LAN and all this stuff like that? You had some loud players back in the day, and we've kind of lost that. Do you miss that at all?
I mean, of course, you have to partially do it for theatrics, but I mean, it's fun with friendly banter and stuff. Because otherwise, you have always 6 sweaty nerds sitting quiet and not doing fuck all, just playing. So I mean, it's fun, and I miss that from back in the day. Like I can remember when Darn got fucking pissed off, smashed the table, destroyed their rental that they or sponsor PC, and it was just, I mean, it creates stories, it creates like the experience, the shit you're gonna hear like way in the future, like, oh, I-43 Don smashed his PC, or Cookie passed out in the bushes outside Telford.
We sound like quite like pretty much cavemen back there. We were just like, I miss the days when we were just like destroying stuff, like hurting people, destroying property, just all sorts of, well, those were the days, all this stuff like that. I mean, there's still some like modern things that are pretty nice about things now, like Squirrel, because you think you could live without the delivery food system at a desk?
Oh, absolutely not. No, it's it's been very useful, this LAN.
Mate, you can deliver other things to other people's tables. Maybe I shouldn't say that because we've got a bunch of Twitch players that could just like abuse this system. But yeah, you could send Banny a fucking like pack of Butterfingers and something like that, and it just has to deal with it.
It's an expensive game, but it's a fun one.
But yeah, it is truly thing. We didn't used to be able to drink. That used to be a whole raid. The old jungle juice that it was a very tasty drink that we all decided to switch to instead.
I mean, speaking of that, like DreamHack 2015, I think, the after party, I came in late, and the only thing that they had to offer was Jagger and milk. It was the most disgusting fucking shit I ever tasted in my life.
Wait, ever tasted? You mean like you went and drank it?
Yeah, of course, I need to get drunk.
Mate, what happens like if you just fucking come across like, oh, there's only like bleach and like fucking cyanide in here?
I mean,
I guess you have to just put two and two together.
If it gives me a buzz, I'm Polish, so if it gives me a buzz, fuck, I have to do it.
Oh, there you go. They don't build the TF2 players like that anymore. All right. Guys, it's been great going down all sorts of memory lanes with you all again, and it's just been fantastic. I'm obviously eagerly going to be chit-chatting and seeing you at the bar. Everybody else is always going to be eagerly chit-chatting and seeing you at the bar. And talk to your elders, guys. You know, they've got some war stories. They want to be entertained. Otherwise, all right, boys, let's go. Let's shoot off. Let's say bye-bye to the camera. Let's all awkwardly wave as we will go back, and then we'll join you in the upper bracket final. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.